Go.
Okay, so we're gonna start seasoning the ground beef. So I have here 1.5 kilos of ground beef, and we are going to start seasoning with dry spices. So first, fresh ground black pepper. So you ground black pepper fresh onto the ground beef. Next, you can use basil leaves, dry basil leaf. This smells really good to give a little bit of Italian taste here, which I love it. Okay, together with basil, we can use oregano. That also gives a Italian taste. Okay. I also like to use thyme leaves. Thyme also gives a good flavor. Okay, gives an herb. How can I say? Herb taste.
Flavor.
Yes. Thyme. I like to use cumin. Because in Brazil we really use cumin a lot. So
Cumin a lot?
cumin and a little
Oh my
bit
God.
on ground beef.
Okay.
Oh, gives a
What's gonna happen with that one?
good spicy, tasty flavor.
I'm not sure how's that gonna taste.
Garlic powder. We
Garlic.
love garlic.
Is
right?
that Brazilian thing?
Yeah, Brazilian
Oh
thing.
my
Brazilian
God.
love garlic. So I put not too much. I like to use fresh garlic. So garlic powder.
Okay.
Little bit of parsley.
Didn't you
Dry
put parsley already? No?
No, dry
Okay.
parsley.
Dry parsley, okay.
You can use also a bit of smoked paprika.
Smoked.
Smoked.
Holy smokes. Okay.
That's gonna give also a very good flavor here in this ground beef.
Okay. Muito good.
And to heat a little bit up, just a little bit, some of fresh
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Or red pepper.
Oh, spice it up.
Just a little, not
Just a
too
little?
much, because
Oh, okay.
I already have black grounded here, right? So.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna show how it looks like, our ground beef. Next step is to mix them.
Okay.
So the dry herbs and spices here, they are going to mix with
Okay.
the meat.
Smells good.
Yes,
Nice.
it's already smelling really good.
Oh, yeah.
So you mix it up so it goes all over the ground meat, the ground beef, so it can get good flavor. While I will chop some fresh veggies.
Fresh veggies?
Veggies goes here, yes.
Okay.
Onions and garlic and some ginger root.
Ginger.
Ginger
In
root
lasagna.
goes
I mean brasagna.
Brasagna.
Oh my
Has
God.
to be. Of
That's
course,
gonna
and
be-
more garlic.
Lasagna just Brazilian way.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to come back soon with the fresh vegetables.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Zoran, go.
Okay, so before I put the vegetables, we need to put some vegeta too. Vegeta, it's a mix of different spices, looks like this,
Dry herbs.
dry herbs, and it gives good flavor.
Dry spices, yeah.
Yes. Also, there is some salt inside it, so I don't put too much salt in the meat. So I'll taste, I'll try when the sauce is done. Okay, so now we are going to show you the vegetables that I use. Here I have 5 cloves of garlic and a small piece of ginger root shredded together.
Nice.
Here I have some celery, like 2 or 3 stalks of celery. If you like celery, you can use it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I have here red pepper.
Red
It's a
bell pepper.
sweet red bell
Bell
pepper.
pepper.
Yeah,
Nice.
it gives sweet flavor.
That's very nice. Very nice, yes.
Onions, because Serbians and Brazilians love onions.
Oh, a lot.
Right? So
Yeah, yes.
I put maybe 2 big onions here for 1.5 kilos of ground beef.
So is it maybe or two?
Two big onions.
Two big onions. Okay, onion. Okay, good.
And the bell pepper, I maybe 1 small bell pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And of course, we have to use cilantro.
And not parsley?
Parsley over there, right? Dried
Yes,
parsley.
dried.
Because we are from northern of Brazil.
Okay.
In Recife, we use a lot.
Nordeste.
Yes.
Nordeste, Brazil.
Yes. In
Okay.
Nordeste of Brazil, we use lots of cilantro. So,
Yeah.
but if you don't like cilantro, you can substitute. You can use parsley. if
Yeah,
you
that's Serbian thing.
want. Or you
yeah.
cannot use at all any green if you want.
Yes, so we are cilantronized.
Now the trick about this Brasagna is the carrot. I use shredded carrot.
Shredded carrot?
Yeah, so carrot gives a sweet flavor. And if you have kids that gives you some hard time eating some vegetables, that's the way that can make them to eat some carrots.
Nice. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to kind of melt on that sauce. So at the end, it's going to be like a bolognese sauce.
Bolognese.
Lots of sauce.
Brasilianese.
Yes, yes.
Bolognese, Brasilianese.
Brasilianese.
Okay, good. Yeah,
So
sure.
let's add first the onions.
Okay, let's add the onions. Yes, okay, sure.
So 2 onions cut
Okay.
in small pieces,
Mm-hmm.
chopped in small pieces.
Smells good, my God.
Oh, yes. Cut in small pieces here.
Okay.
We can add now ginger and garlic,
Okay.
5 cloves of garlic, and a small piece of fresh ginger root, shredded. That is really healthy. So
Oh my God, yes.
you can use everywhere. I use ginger everywhere.
Okay.
You can now add
Pour lasagna.
celery.
Celery, okay.
Yeah, celery.
Okay.
I cut here 2 stalks of celery.
2 sticks.
Yes.
Okay.
Bell pepper. Red
Bell pepper?
but
Oh,
you
okay.
can use green also. If you don't have a red bell pepper on your counter in your place,
Mm-hmm.
you can use green bell pepper or yellow. Okay, so I like it red because it gives
Maybe even orange.
flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, on orange, yeah.
Yes.
And now you can add also the carrots. Carrots, shredded carrots.
Yes.
There we go. Let's scrape everything. Yeah.
Nothing left over here.
No.
Nothing.
Now I like to add the cilantro at the end, at the very end, not now. So it cooks at the end very quickly. So do you want to show here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Why not? Okay.
So we now mix,
Okay.
and all these vegetables flavor is going to release juice that goes into the ground beef.
Oh, yeah.
And after you mix a little bit here,
Nice.
it's
juicy dough.
ready to go to the element. We can fire it up here.
Fire up the element.
The element, yes. So you can start to cook.
Okay.
I'm just mixing up a little bit here so the vegetables go in all the meat.
Okay, so next step is cooking.
Also, everybody, there is there is also an advantage to use carrots in your ground beef when you shred it, because it double the size also. So if you have not enough ground beef, you can use some shredded carrots. It adds up.
Adds to the volume.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
More to it.
Yes.
Okay.
On top of that, healthy. It's good for kids, good for yourself.
Okay.
And no oil at all here, okay? So I'm using here lean ground beef. Not extra lean, but only lean. So it has a bit of fat. But
Why?
because it's healthy, right? So if you use it extra lean, it's gonna be too dry. So when you use lean ground beef, you still have a bit of fat, which is good for you, but it's not gonna be greasy at all because I'm not gonna add any oil here.
Because your noodles gonna cook in it too.
Yes.
Right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no oil here at all.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So we come back when we finish cooking?
When we finish cooking this sauce, and you're gonna see the bolognese sauce.
Oh yeah, Brasilia bolognese.
Yes.
Sauce. Yes. Okay. Okay. What do you say? Ciao for
Ciao,
now?
ciao.
Okay, go.
Okay, so while my ground beef is cooking, if you guys can see here,
Yes. Let's take. Oh my God.
it's cooking on the juice, vegetable juice.
Oh, smells so good.
I didn't add any tomato sauce yet, just the beef and the vegetables.
Okay.
While I'm cooking it, I'm gonna make a bechamel sauce. It's a white sauce.
Okay.
Basically is, my partner cut up half of an onion,
Would that be me?
very, very, very fine minced, and I added 2 tablespoons of butter. If you can see here,
Unsalted butter.
unsalted, yes. And I want this onion to caramelize a little bit. Not too much. I cannot let them to be brown
Okay.
because the sauce has to be white.
Right.
It's just to soften up a little bit.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I will come back soon with the next step of this bechamel sauce.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now that the onion soften up a little bit, I will put 1, 2, 3 tablespoons, full tablespoon of
White
all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And I mix this up
Okay.
until it gets like a dough, mix like a dough. It gets harder a little bit, but it's okay. And I kind of fry a little bit this flour.
Looking good, looking good.
Yes.
Okay, go.
And now I'm gonna add 2 cups of milk. This is roughly the amount of milk. Depends on the amount of flour that you put in the beginning, and depends on the size of your tablespoons as well. So I'm gonna add little by little until I dissolve all this flour. And slowly I will dissolve this until I get like a liquid cream. And I'm gonna add after that some salt, some pepper. You can use white pepper if you have white pepper, grounded white pepper. And I also like to use some nutmeg. It's really good. So as you see, it gets like it's becoming like a creamy sauce because it's thick enough, very thick. But I have to add more until it gets completely in liquid form. So when it boils, it's going to get harder again. So maybe in this stage here, we can add a little bit of salt to taste, a little bit of ground pepper, In this case, I don't have white, I use black. A little bit of ground nutmeg. And I'm gonna add the rest of the milk. And I will come back in a little while to show you the bechamel sauce.
Can't wait. Okay.
Okay, now the next step and the final step is to add the tomato sauce. Here I have Romano and Parmesan cheese tomato sauce. So I put one entire bottle of tomato sauce.
Okay.
And I'll see, depending on the amount of meat, if I need more sauce or not. As I mix here, and I will let it cook for about 5 more minutes, just to get the flavor of the sauce into the meat.
To blend. And we did add cilantro, right?
We add cilantro right before that, yes.
Okay, good.
Cilantro is here already.
Okay, now about the...
I'm going also to add a little bit more of tomato sauce. It's the same, just in pan.
Molho de tomate.
Listo. I will add just half of this because I need half of this tomato sauce. I'm gonna use at the bottom of the pan before I lay the noodles. I have to put some tomato sauce on the bottom.
Sounds good. And how about the bechamel sauce? What did we do there?
Bechamel sauce is now thickened up. So what's happened here? In the beginning, I put 2 cups of milk, but as it thickened up, I thought that would get more milk. So in total here, I had 4 cups of milk.
Okay.
For 3 full tablespoons of flour.
Nice.
And now I'm just waiting here to cook and to boil and for 5 more minutes, and then we'll be ready. So we can set up our lasagna.
Muito yummy.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna do all this and then continue on when we lay everything in a
Yes.
in a pan.
Yes.
Okay, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. See you. Okay, after cooking the sauce, so we have here the ground beef in tomato sauce. We shredded some cheese.
About 600
mozzarella,
grams.
600 grams of mozzarella cheese. We made our bechamel sauce. Is right here. And we have 1 package of lasagna noodles. This is oven ready. So you don't need to cook. You cook on the sauce. Okay, so for that, I have to put some tomato sauce on the bottom of this lasagna. And with this sauce,
Brasagna.
yes. And with this tomato sauce, I also add little bit less than a half of this can with water. Because as it cooks, the sauce this water is going to evaporate and it's going while it's cooking the pasta. So we have to make lots of sauce here. You can for this stage here you can use a cheap tomato sauce. It doesn't need to be fancy tomato sauce. It can be cheap one because you mix with water. It is important to put water because if you only put tomato sauce here, it's too thick. And at the end of the cooking time, at the bottom it can get sticky as the sauce evaporates. And a little bit more. I think that is good. Okay. we lay the noodles. So we are making this baking dish. I don't know the size. Do you know the size of this dish?
I have no idea, but we can measure later. I'll let them know.
Yes, we can put on the description of this.
Yes, description of the video.
About four noodles, 4 pieces of noodles. I also like to put some on the sides, and I can break a little bit like this, just to get some noodles on the side too. And it's okay to lay one over the other because there are lots of sauce here. Actually, over here. Yes. And one more. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now, I put a little bit of my ground beef. Not too much because I already have sauce on the bottom, so I'll make sure that this first layer it won't get dry as it cooks. Because there are lots of sauce here. Actually, I will make also 2 layers of sauce with that bechamel sauce. So it's going to be a Brasagna with ground beef tomato sauce and white sauce bechamel. Now I put some cheese here, shredded cheese to taste. You can put less, you can put
Some
more.
queso,
Yes.
mozzarella, queso,
Yes, mozzarella.
queso queiros.
Yes. There we go. I think that is good. About 600 grams here.
About 600 grams, yes.
The total of cheese. And now I can lay another
Lasagna sheets.
yes.
Now this quesoqueira here is, in terms of Brasagna, sauce oriented more than cheese. So you won't see too much cheese here.
This lasagna is gonna be really saucy. Not a dry lasagna.
Which you could change to your liking, right? If you want more cheese, of course, you can put more cheese, less sauce.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. That is right.
Oh, yes.
Some noodles on the sides here.
Mm-hmm.
And we preheated the oven to 400 degrees. There you go. Now for this layer, I am gonna use my bechamel sauce
Yummy.
because it's a good amount, not too little. We can make maybe two layers of this. Sauce. So it's important to cover all the noodles. It doesn't get dry. Add to this, I put more cheese.
Yes. More queso. Mozzarella.
Yes, mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
some chunks here.
Chunks are good, they're gonna melt. It's okay. Right?
Yes, I think that's good. Okay.
The Cajun shredder made a boo-boo, but what can you do? Nothing is ever perfect.
Now one more layer of sauce.
Oh yes. Oh, that looks good.
Yes. Just a little bit, and now another layer of noodles.
Also,
Here and over here, and now I cover with more
more sauce.
sauce.
Oh my god.
And that is our last chip. I'm not gonna make another layer of bechamel. It's not too deep.
There's no space left?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to spill over, right?
Oh yes.
So much while baking. It's important to put lots of sauce and
Of course.
to make sure that the noodle cover the noodles, because the noodle is going to cook on top of on this sauce.
But then you're gonna fizz it up on the top?
No,
Why
I
not?
cannot put the cheese up on top because it's going to get stick. It's going to stick on the foil. We don't put cheese on top. We can put it later when it's cooked and I open when I remove the foil.
Oh yes, okay,
And
sure.
then we can put it. But
Let's do
right now,
that.
no.
Let's crust some cheese on top at the end.
Yes.
All right.
And it's all done. Okay?
So now oven, 400?
Yes, 400 degrees, and I am going to cover with aluminum foil.
Okay.
It has to bake with the right side of to the top, okay? To the other side, you cannot. Oh my God. Okay, so we come back soon with the lasagna ready.
Right, and we're gonna measure the time and
Yes,
I'll let people know how many minutes that baking was, right?
yes.
All right. Happy baking.
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna add, it baked, right? After 50 minutes it baked. We open the foil, noodles are cooked, sauce is bubbling. Now we are going to add more cheese on top, mozzarella cheese. You can use Parmesan if you want, but we're gonna put mozzarella cheese here, and we're gonna put it back in the oven for about how many minutes? Maybe 5 minutes.
Probably 5.
5 minutes.
To broil, right?
Yes.
You wanna broil it?
To melt the cheese. You can broil if you have a broil in your oven. If don't, you just bake it until the cheese melts.
And one little trick you forgot to tell them about that bigger pan underneath.
Yes, put the bigger pan underneath, so while it was cooking, some sauce dripped off, so it catch the dripping. Didn't get a mess. Doesn't make a mess on your oven. Okay, now let's put it back in the oven.
Back in the oven.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Nice.